Brooke, where do you even find the perfect guy in this day and age? I'll tell you where.
I want all shalons. If you are not fully obsessed with me, I don't want you.
If you want any guy to be obsessed with you, this is what you have to do. Don't put all your eggs into his basket. Let him know that you have options. He's not the only guy.
My question is, why do modern women want men to be obsessed with them anyway?
To the men of America, thank you so much, because you have now officially pushed any woman who is ever questioning herself away from you and into my arms.
Ladies, if he is not obsessed with you, he doesn't like you!
This episode of What Sassy Men Say in 2020.
These men aren't sassy. They just refuse to be played with and manipulated by women. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
So you know what's the worst part of dating when you're 31 is that either all the good ones are married, happy for you guys, but then you have this pool of guys that's either gay or they're just not worth.
If you're talking to a guy, so you're talking like, I don't know, like every day, pretty much all throughout the day, and then one morning or one day he's just like, have a nice day, have a nice rest to your day. He never wants to speak to you again. Because why did he just tell you to have a nice rest of the day when you guys talk throughout the day normally? So he doesn't like you.
If you want any guy to be obsessed with you, this is what you have to do. Don't put all your eggs into his basket and make that known that you're not putting all your eggs into his basket. Let him know that you have options. He's not the only guy that you're talking to. That's not being slutty or anything. That is genuinely just like, you're not who all my attention is going to. If you are obsessed with him, don't act like you are so excited to hear from him. Don't reply straight away, obviously we all know that, but don't leave it too long to the point where he will start talking to someone else who replies quicker. Don't reply straight away, but don't do this whole like leave him undelivered for 8 hours, because you're not going to get a conversation if you're leaving him undelivered for 8 hours. That is two separate parts of the day. So for example,
any guy with self-respect that hears the woman he's talking to is entertaining other men will just walk away. Why would he continue dealing with such a woman when she's dividing her time and energy among multiple guys? Men know that if she's genuinely interested in someone, she wouldn't feel the need to keep other options open. Instead, she'd be fully present and invested in getting to know him. A woman who entertains multiple men at once may not truly be seeking a deep connection. She's likely looking for attention, validation, or security from various sources. For a self-respecting man, this behavior signals a lack of commitment and emotional maturity. He doesn't want to be just another face in the crowd, nor does he want to compete for the attention of someone who can't fully appreciate what he brings to the table. In many cases, women who juggle several men do so as a coping mechanism to mask their insecurities or unresolved issues.
Ladies, if he is not obsessed with you, he doesn't like you! Let's talk about it. Men make it obvious when they want something. It is their innate nature to pursue, to chase, to get what they want. So they will let it known when they want something, especially someone. They know instantly whether they want to date you, whether they want to you, or whether they want to friend zone you. If there's days going by where he's not asking what you're doing or where you're at, it means he's asking someone else. If his friends don't know who you are, he doesn't like you. If his family doesn't ask why he's been acting different, he doesn't like you. Men become puppy dogs when they like someone. So if he's not obsessed with you, he doesn't like you.
To the men of America, thank you so much, because you have now officially pushed any woman who is ever questioning herself away from you and into my arms. And I am now 100% gay. I wasn't sure before, but now I am positive. So if you're a man, don't look at me, don't touch me, don't speak to me, don't breathe near me, okay? Okay, I'm glad we got that sorted.
First of all, women have been asking men to stay away from them, so this isn't anything new. The fact that you even have to announce this proves that you weren't getting approached anyway, or maybe you're just using this as an excuse to come out. And quite frankly, I don't think these men care that much to deal with a modern woman today. They'd rather enjoy their peace and sanity.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is just a reminder. If he isn't literally obsessed with you, drop him. I'm saying if he hasn't made it abundantly clear that he wants you and he wants to date you, Stop wasting your time and stop boosting his ego and drop him.
Why American men don't want to date American women anymore. A little disclaimer, I do live in the US for the past 7 years. 1. Some American men feel that American women are very entitled. They feel that many American women expect a partner who fit a specific ideal. He has to be smart, attractive, successful, fit. They believe that many American women have unrealistic expectations. They expect their partners to do everything, and they expect their partners to put their needs above their own. 2, because of the rise of radical feminism, there is a loss of femininity among American women, and they even started to adopt some masculine traits. 3, opportunistic behavior. A big percentage of divorces are initiated by women, and usually is because they prioritize their career and personal growth over their family life. And a lot of men also express some frustration because they feel that there is a lack of commitment and loyalty among American women. And that is why a lot of American men are now dating non-American women, because they believe that non-American women tend to prioritize mutual respect, shared values, and commitment.
Exactly right. The demands and entitlement from modern women have only grown, and at this rate, they'll likely keep growing until the reality sets in and they find themselves alone. Many expect men to be completely selfless, to cater to their every need, fund their lifestyle, and meet a laundry list of unrealistic standards, all without offering the same in return. They want men to be providers, protectors, and partners on their terms, yet they're quick to dismiss any effort that doesn't match their ideal image. These expectations put men in a position where they're expected to do everything and more, while any small flaw or shortcoming is judged harshly. Men are simply walking away because they know there's little reward in playing a rigged game. They recognize that constantly putting someone else's needs above their own without receiving loyalty, respect, or appreciation is unsustainable and unfair.
I'm not comfortable. In fact, I've tried really hard to be attracted to men who treat me well.
It's boring.
It's not only boring, but it makes me feel uncomfortable.
So, okay.
Women are feminists today and expect.
I am not a feminist. I am not a feminist at all. But I will say a man should fucking pay on a first date and all the rest of the day. But it's a man's job. We birth babies. You know what it does to us? That you should pay for fucking dinner.
Where have all the good guys gone? Well, they're out there, but the problem is they've all been damaged by toxic women, so they don't want to get in relationships anymore. They're very cautious. And ladies, you got to be patient, because those good guys, they want to know that they can trust you. They're taking their time so they don't get hurt again. So give them time, give them space. Show them that you can be trusted. Don't rush or push them. Let them take their time in a relationship, and you'll find yourself with a good guy.
Good guys are becoming passport bros. No amount of money can buy peace or objects or a person. When you have given your all and it's not enough, then the right woman gets pushed away. Most of what you said is true. For me, I do want a relationship with someone, but have been hurt in all relationships so far. Well, when you've been put through hell and married the one you thought was the one and only you, don't want to do it again. For the women asking why they can't find a good man, they often overlook that they've put the genuine, caring guys in the friend zone, all while chasing after the type who will treat them poorly. There's a pattern here. Rather than choosing stability and kindness, they're drawn to chaos and thrill, which often stems from unresolved trauma. They confuse that excitement with attraction, mistaking red flags for passion and drama for love. These women may subconsciously associate toxic behavior with love, often believing that the bad guy will change for them, feeding into a cycle of highs and lows. They crave that adrenaline rush, not realizing that it's the steady, reliable, nice guy who would actually bring them real happiness and security. But because the good guy doesn't give them that roller coaster feeling, they assume he lacks excitement or intensity.
Men are staying single because it's not men that don't feel worthy of love. It's that they don't trust that women are going to give them the love they feel they deserve. There's ulterior motives, conditions, acts of service they have to do in order to be worthy of such love, versus women just have to be women. Because a lot of the times they use their kitty as a bargaining chip, as a prize to be won. Well, when you use that as a tool to bargain with, then it becomes a commodity and it lessens the value for both sexes. So for some, it's far less problematic to just be single. They respect their worth. They just don't feel that a woman respects theirs.
I don't know who is out here telling y'all that it's plenty of fish in the sea, but they're telling y'all a half truth. Because at the end of the day, that may be true. But what's the other truth to that? Oh, I know that the fish that are in the sea, you probably don't even want them. The fish that is in the sea and that you actually want, you can't catch them. So, stop thinking you have a whole lot of options when you really don't.
Well, there are plenty of fish in the sea, but the problem is there are just too many fish in the sea that are rotten. Bad demeanor, bad character, poor self-reflection. All of these things are what you'll find in the dating pool, and these just so happen to be things that men don't want to deal with. If she's complaining like this, it just means dating isn't going well for her because she can't get the man that she wants. Men aren't willing to waste their time dealing with drama, entitlement, or someone who constantly deflects blame. They're tired of the same patterns, someone who wants all the benefits of a relationship but isn't willing to bring substance or accountability to the table. Oh well.
To infinity and beyond!
Trust me when I say you should just go for the hot ones and the rich ones, because the broke, ugly ones, the ones that are balding, are gonna cheat on you anyway.
Statistics show that the happiest people on earth are unmarried women who don't have children. And yet, isn't it interesting that society also tells us that the only thing as women that will make us happy is being married and having children? They have pushed this on us since we were born. Get married, have children. That's what it is to be a woman. That is your purpose. That's what will make you happy. That is the only thing that makes you happy. Otherwise, if you choose door number 2, not having children, not being married, then you're a spinster, then you're a crazy cat lady, then you couldn't find a husband, then you weren't good enough, you must be barren, you must be selfish. And yet statistically, those are the happiest people on earth.
I don't know whether these statistics are true or not, but what I do know is that single women keep asking for men. They keep asking why men aren't approaching them or why they can't find the good guys. If these single unmarried women are really happy and fulfilled on their own, then why are they constantly asking for men? The reality seems to be that a lot of these women aren't as content as they claim to be. Despite all the talk about being independent or living their best lives, there's a noticeable contradiction when they're still looking for a genuine connection with a man. If they were truly happy alone, they wouldn't be so concerned about where all the good men have gone or why men aren't approaching them. Maybe the single lifestyle isn't as fulfilling as they expected, and perhaps they're feeling the weight of it more than they let on. The truth is, many of them do want a stable relationship with a man who values them, but for some, finding that kind of connection is harder than they anticipated. Ultimately, if they're genuinely happy, there wouldn't be this underlying frustration about the lack of a quality man in their lives.
Why do you wear suits everywhere?
Good question.
Everywhere. The other day, I saw you in the club, you was wearing a suit. On the beach, you was wearing a suit. Every place you wear a suit.
Okay. Why do you wear that hair everywhere? It's the same reason that you said earlier. That's why I wear the suit. No. When you go to the club, you don't wear that hair.
I can change it
When
up.
you go to the beach, but you don't change it up.
I do.
You do not change it up.
Different hairstyles.
Yeah, but it's still not your hair. The day you go out and you don't wear someone else's hair is the day I won't wear the suit. Did I say something bad?
We have been brainwashed. It's not completely our fault. Things like Disney movies and trying to pump ourselves up so much with positivity and self-confidence. What we do is we have been conditioned to believe that just because we exist, we should have the best of the best and the top 10% of men. Now what happens is those top 10% of the ideals of what we think we're supposed to have, they are inundated basically with women. And so what they do is women, even if they don't want to be with you, they're going to use you for physical intimacy.
I'm glad it came from a woman's mouth. But what I've learned is that it doesn't matter whose mouth the truth out of. They're always going to deflect and be angry about it. But modern women believe that their presence alone is enough to have access to a high-tier guy. They don't believe in compromise. They don't understand that relationships is about give and take. They've been conditioned to expect men to meet all their standards without offering the same in return. They think just by existing and looking a certain way, they deserve the best of the best without any real effort or investment on their part.
Where are all the good men? Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, ladies, but they're done. They've walked away from today's modern women. They're done with dating, done with marriage, done with relationships. And no, ladies, it's not because they're scared, like you all are telling each other is the case. No, the real reason they're leaving is because they don't see a point in relationships anymore. Because there is no point in relationships for today's men. They're expected to give while getting nothing in return. They're told that they need to honor, respect, and provide for women while never seeing it reciprocated to them in any way. They've been told time and again that they aren't needed, aren't wanted, aren't necessary, and that they should just go away and leave women alone. And ladies, we've heard you loud and clear. We've said, fine, if that's what you want, we're going to give it to you. And that, ladies, is where these good men are, off doing their own thing and enjoying life, because they are done dealing with the drama, narcissism, and insane expectations most of you have. Men are done with never being acknowledged, let alone appreciated for all that they do. So if you're wondering why all the men have walked away, there's your reasons.
Sorry, ladies, but it's just not worth it anymore. Most of the guys I know are just leaving women alone. I got turned down for being too much of a green flag. I got rejected by a girl before because she said I was too nice, innocent, and kind-hearted. Ever since I'm single, I've gotten a promotion, I've bought a car, and I'm in peace. I realized I don't need nobody. Thanks, though. This is the effect men cause when they actually mean their words and their actions align with what they say. Men have been walking away, respecting women's requests to be left alone, and the results are becoming clear. Ever since men started stepping back and stopping the endless pursuit, these women have been going crazy, craving the attention, the approaches, and the validation they once took for granted. For too long, women expected men to be the ones to make all the moves, always chasing, always striving to meet their standards. But now that men have decided to prioritize their own peace and walk away, these women are realizing just how much they took that attention for granted. It's almost as if the lack of it has created a void, one they didn't anticipate, and now they're scrambling to get it back.